A scrub is a guy that thinks he's flying this, also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his broke ass. So no, I don't want your number. No, I don't wanna give you mine. No, I don't wanna meet you nowhere. I don't want no scrub, no scrub, no scrub, no scrub. I don't want no scrub, want no scrub.
So today I wanted to talk about a couple of things. One, I got a newer ring light, as you see, and I got me a little black sheet, but it looked like a sheet, behind me. But tell me why I bought this ring light and the tripod has already broken. Like I haven't even used it for a video yet, and it's already broke. I don't know if it's because I had the ring light actually sitting on the tripod this whole time, but it shouldn't break that easy. Like I paid $125 for this little set, and it's already breaking. I gotta go buy a new one. Like what? I don't got money like that to be bug blowing on stuff that's gonna break. Alright, so the topic of this video is gonna be a couple of things. I might forget as I'm talking, but how to wear your hair for basic, switching from the reserve to active, the reserves in general, and my day. So let's start off with my day. So today was freaking horrible, y'all. Let me tell you why. So we got an alert call at 3:30, and as y'all know, I'm the active platoon sergeant right now, because he's on leave, even though he just came to. Let me back up. So before I was active platoon sergeant for like 2-3 months, there was no NCO in our section at all, and I'm the senior specialist, so I was a platoon sergeant. So then they actually got an NCO from a maintenance platoon, put him in our platoon or whatever, and I was like, okay, cool. And you know, then he was the platoon sergeant. Then he goes on leave a month after, like 3 weeks after he's been my platoon sergeant. So I'm back in charge again. So they called me at 3:30 saying, okay, we have an alert. We're having a unit UPL P-test, whatever, mass P-test. So I called my soldier like, hey, we got a P-test today. Don't pee when you wake up. Just hold it because you're going to have to sit here or whatever. They're like, all right, cool. Everybody says, roger, roger, hoo, hoo. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we get the formation, and formation's at 5:30. Why did I have one soldier in my formation? Literally, y'all, I was like, oh yeah, all y'all getting canceling statements. Like, y'all not finna embarrass me. Like, I know I'm a specialist, I know, but it's just like now I got all these other sergeants in different platoons talking about headquarters, like how we not squared away, and make me look bad. You know, I'm the active platoon sergeant. Like, this is my squad, this is my platoon, so I should be, you know, it should be squared away. But it's not. Like, I was so mad. I'm like, y'all gonna do, I could text them like, y'all playing with me, right? Like, y'all better be like literally running. They didn't come to like 5:50. That's okay. That's alright. I'm not even gonna stress it. I'm just gonna be like, alright. But anyways, so that really like messed up my whole morning. Like, I was really mad the fact that they wasn't there on time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, respect me because I respect y'all. Like, don't do me like that. Like, this was like an alert type of thing. You know you gotta be there. Like, that junk blew the beep out of me. Like, I was so mad. Yeah, I just was like really mad the whole day. Like, that just really killed my whole day. And like literally, like, I do everything. Like, I know, like, you're like, oh, you a senior specialist, you know, you about to be an NCO, but I'm not an NCO yet. But I know that rank is like training you to be an NCO. But literally, I do literally everything, and it's annoying. When it comes to PMCS in the morning on Mondays, when it comes to like anything, my name is the first one to get called. And if I ask somebody to help me, it depends. Sometimes, some days they're like, yeah, I got you, and other days it's like, I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. I'm like, I understand that we're friends, but if you can't distinguish business and pleasure, then we don't need to be friends. Like, I don't need to talk to you outside of work. At work, I'm about my business. So if you mad because I got an attitude, I'm being bitchy or whatever you want to call me, it's about work. We're not finna play no games. We got to get this stuff done. You know what I'm saying? You're not finna just do what you want to do. That's not how it works. We in the Army. I don't care if we friends outside of work. When it comes to work, you came here to work. You have to work for this paycheck. You're not just finna be sitting in the office not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Like, no, that's not how it works. Like, like I said in my other video, when it comes to work, I'm about my business. Like, I'm at work, we at work. So this morning, yeah, I was a little livid. I'm surprised I didn't go out. That's how you know how angry I was, because I was quiet. I didn't say anything. I was just like, okay, cool. Anyway, so enough about today. Let's talk about how to wear your hair to basic. So I get a lot of questions about how to wear your hair to basic, and literally a ponytail, like a little slick back ponytail. I don't know. They might trip in basic about your poof being out. My drill sergeant used to have hers pushed to the back and out, so it depends. I don't know. Nobody says anything about my Puma. It's small, so nobody says anything. Literally, gel brush. You probably can't have your baby hairs out. And basically, they're gonna think you're trying to be cute, but you know, I'm trying to be cute, so with my little slick back, because it's a slick back. Middle part, side part. Some people do individuals. Now, I would say be careful with individuals, because, you know, unless I got sensitive edges, so if I went, like, 2 months with them braids in my head, I probably have no edges, so, you know, I don't know. It all depends on your hair. If you got some tough hair, do it. Sew-ins, I definitely would say no, because you're going to have a sew-in for 2 months, and there's no flat irons. You're not going to flat iron your hair, so if it gets wet and you're natural, you out of luck. Like, there's nothing you really can do. Like, you're not gonna have no flat iron. You're not gonna have no tweezers to pluck your eyebrows either. That was random. Or no razors. Oh wait, do we have razors? You might have razors. I don't know, but I know you can't have no tweezers. Like, little stuff you can't have. But you're not gonna flat iron your hair when it puffs up or looks a mess. Like, so I would say no to a sew-in. The best thing to do either is like a ponytail, like a regular ponytail, or braids to the back. Let me tell you, in basic training, you're gonna be ugly. Like, there's no trying to be cute and basic. Like, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put a picture right here of what I look like in basic training. I was ugly as I don't know what, like, and I had the little goggles with the glasses. I was hit when it came to like family day, and I finally got to straighten my hair. They're like, Baker? I'm like, yes, it's me. Okay, I ain't ugly. Just don't let them goggle glasses fool you, and my eyebrows looking a mess. I didn't know how to put my hair in the ponytail, so I just was natural. Like, I was hit. Okay, I keep spitting. I was hurt. Like, So, yeah, so either I would say braids to the back, or ponytails, middle part, side part. Sew-in, definitely no. Don't get a sew-in. What else? Okay, so being in the reserves. The Army Reserves basically is you still do basic training like everybody else. Basic training AIT, and then when you graduate AIT, instead of going to like your next duty station, you go back home. You report to your new unit, and basically y'all do drill 1 week in a month, and y'all do AT, which is like annual training for like 2 weeks out of the year, or 2 weeks. So when I was in the reserves, I went to California for 3 weeks, and we did an FTX, and I went to Fort Henry-Liggett, that's in California. I went to Fort Bragg, and I went to Fort Stewart when I was in the reserves for like ATs. Basically, it's just like being active for 2 weeks, but not really active, like you're doing like little missions. And I honestly thought like how when we went to AT, that's how active duty was going to be, but it's definitely not. It's not like that at all. Because AT is kind of like a deployment, mini deployment. Not really as in like boom, boom, shoot them up. I'm talking about like just like operations and missions. Like we woke up every day, did stand to, then we had like a mission we had to go complete, and we had time limits, and we had op orders, and we had, you know, just like, I don't think I meant to say op order. I'm going to say, I don't know, what am I trying to say? Whatever. But we had like time, hit times, like you had to move at a certain time, you had to drop off this Connex, you know, I'm 88 mics, so pick up the Connex, drop it down over here, drive there, you need to be here at a certain time, you pick up that. So that's basically what the reserve was, I mean, our ATs were. Also, it's like, I mean, really, you really don't do much in the reserves, like, and this is speaking from my experience, like, I'm a truck driver, so on Saturday when we would come in, like Saturday, Sunday, so Saturday we would come in, and we would, Saturday we would come in, you know, formation. We never really did PT. Do formation, then you would go do like classes or book appointments or stuff that you don't do during the weeks that you're not at AT. I mean, not that you're not on the reserves or at drill. So you do these classes, class after classes. You do. I can't even remember what we did. Like nothing. Like really would sit down all the time and be on the computer or go PMCS our trucks. But on Sundays we usually would go drive our trucks like 30 miles, 40 miles. Like, I mean, I'm a truck driver, so really what we gonna do? We just gonna go and get in our trucks and drive, make sure I got the miles on it, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't really do much. I say if you're thinking about going to active or reserves, go active. Like, okay, so if you're thinking about going active or reserves, like, should I go active, should I go reserves? I would say go active, because if you go reserves, you're gonna wish you went active once you finish. You're gonna be like, damn, I should have just went fucking active. The money, it was fun, I didn't mind it. But if you decide to go reserves, stay reserves. Like, this is my opinion though. I was a reservist, I went active duty, and I'm like, it's not. Don't believe the hype, basically. If it's something that you really want to do, then do it. But don't be like, oh, I'm reservist, now I want to go active duty. Don't believe the hype. Because all of us that was reservists that came with me to Korea are like, dang, I was fine at home. I should have just stayed at home. Like, but if something that you really want to do, then do it. Now, when it comes to making a decision for active duty, some people are like, well, I want to go to school. I want to complete school. I want them to pay for school. Well, with my experience, I could have just been doing it wrong. This is my experience, not telling y'all this is how it's going to happen. But I tried to go to North Georgia University. Oh, my nose running. I wanted to go to North Georgia University, so when I went to try to do it, it was like giving me the runaround. Like, it wasn't really working like how the recruiters made it seem. Like, oh, you just go and you tell them, you're in the military and we'll pay for school. Like, literally, that's how they made it seem. But really, it's like so much more to that. So I was like under the impression that it was gonna be like, boom, we really have to wait a year to get TA. You can't just get TA as soon as you get out. Like, you gotta wait a year till you can get TA, tuition assistance. And I just had a different mindset when I got out of the reserves. Like, I wasn't hungry like I was hungry before I went. Now, mind you, when I went in, my mom kind of forced me to go. Like, she wanted me to go so that way it would pay for school. And I did not want to go. I'm like, I don't want to go to the Army. Like, this ain't for me. Like, me, I'm like really girly. So I'm like, I'm not going to the Army. Then I ended up going. When I got out of AIT basic training, it's like I was used to having money. Like, I got money hungry. Like, I didn't care about school no more. I saw how it was to have money. Even though back then, that little $500 that I got in basic training wasn't no money. But, imagine not having a job and not having no money at all to get $500 in your account. Even though you couldn't spend it, but just seeing it, you were like, oh, I'm getting money. Like, this is what it feels like to have money. So, that was no money. But at the time, it was money. I was 18. Like, I wasn't making $500 on no check. I wasn't even working. So, but, the reserves is cool. It just wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, or the picture it was perceived to be for me. Now, somebody else's experience, like my friend's experience, she went to her stuff worked perfectly fine. She's in school. The Army's paying for it. She gets paid. She might get paid a month, I forgot what it's called, but get paid a month for going to school. I don't know, but mine didn't work that smooth like hers worked smooth. Maybe because she was hungry to get it done. I wasn't really hungry. Like, it didn't work, and I was like, all right, whatever. It's cool. I worked 3 jobs. Like, I worked at Michael Kors, I worked at True Religion, and I did the Army thing. And then I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm tired of working 3 jobs. Like, I'm finna just go active duty. So literally, it took me about 6 months after I put in my request to go active duty. Like, it took me 6 months. I put it in maybe like, yeah, I requested to do it in like October. And it took 6 months for like the general to sign off on my DD 214. I don't know. He signed off on something, and after he signed off on that, once I went back to my recruiter, it was like boom. I found out in February. That my letter got it. My memo got signed. I had to write a memo. I had to do a memo, and I had to write an essay on why I wanted to go active duty, and it got sent up or whatever. And after it got approved, like, literally, it was like, boom. I went to my recruiter station, I went to MEPS, and it's like, oh, you're leaving next month on the 23rd. It was like literally 3 weeks. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. Like, I was nervous. I was like, shoot, like, do I really want to do this? Then I got to Korea, and I was like, girl, you done made a mistake. But, it's not bad. I'm not going to paint the picture like the military is horrible. It just has its days. Some days it's, like, really fun, and the morale is high, and the other days it's like, what did I do? You know what I mean? So, but, what else was I supposed to talk about? Being active duty in general. Do I like it? Like I said, some days I like it, but just think about it. Like, whenever would I have been able to go to Korea? I wasn't coming to Korea for no reason. Like, I'm not like, oh, let's go to Korea. No. So, it has ups and downs. Like, some days, on the weekends, I love it. On the weekends, I'm like, yeah, the Army's lit. And then Monday coming, I'm like, oh, back to work. Like, it all depends. Like, it depends on if you're an optimist or a pessimist. I'm a pessimist, so I always worry a lot. I have anxiety. Like, I always think about the bad stuff when I should be focusing on the positive things, but I don't necessarily do that. Like, so if you're like a pessimist, then you're gonna hate it a lot. If you're an optimist, you're like, well, look at the bright side. I'm in Korea. I'm getting paid. I don't gotta pay no bills, really. I got lights. I got food. I got rent. for free. Like, you're living in the barracks, so you're not paying for nothing. If you do it the right way and don't eat out and eat at the barracks, they take the money out anyway, you'll save a lot of money. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's just, it all depends on the person. Some people might love it. Some other people might hate it. Some people in it for, like, different reasons. Like me, I'm not in it because I love the Army and I'm who, and it's just like, I want to join the Army. This is what I want to do my whole life. No, I'm here for this money. Like, I'm here to stack my coins so I can start my business. So, I got an anthrax shot. This junk still hurt. Oh, this is smallpox. They make you get smallpox shot when you come to Korea. But, this junk hurts so bad. Y'all know what anthrax is? Oh, that shit hurt. I'm hot. This light hot. Lord. Y'all got a new roommate, and she listening to me talk to myself right now, so it's kind of weird. Like, you know, McBride left me, so now I got a new roommate. I gotta break her in, and we just sitting here chatting. But once I upload the video, I'm not talking to myself. Does that make sense? I feel like I rambled in this video, but I mean, I hope I got my point across. I mean, if you want to go active, go active. Don't be scared of fear. Like, at the end of the day, live your life. Like, if you live your life with fear, you're not gonna do nothing. Like, if you don't like it, you can get out after your contract or something. But you can get out, you know what I mean? Like, but if you think about the reserves, most people go to reserves because they want to go to school, or 9 times out of 10 is because of school. Like, you want to finish school. That's why you go to the reserves. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's boring. I mean, it's like, it takes your weekend. Like, you don't do nothing. You get paid $200. That little $200 come in handy. Like, it hits my account, boom. I'm like, oh, look at that. Look at the Army giving me a little $200. You don't get paid nothing, so you're going to have another job. Like, you're going to have to, don't let them recruiters lie to you saying you get like $500. No, you don't. You get 2, 186, 187, 2 on a good day. Like, and that was like my specialist rank. I didn't make no money, so really it was kind of like a waste of time. But I mean, hey, that's just my opinion, you know, like, you know, if you're thinking of going active or reserve, I say go active. If you're a reservist trying to go active duty, I say make sure it's something you want to do, because once you sign that contract and you're in Korea, it's too late. Like, it's done. You're already here. Like, it all depends on you and what you want to do. Like, that's pretty much the end of this video. Like, it was 17 minutes. I didn't even think I talked that long, but you know, if y'all, okay, wait. I did want to do a question and answer video. So if you have any questions, write them down below in the comments, and next video I'll be able to answer more questions. But yeah, question and answer, not only about the military, about anything, like, that's my favorite color, or whatever y'all want to ask. You can ask that down below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram at OSONARCISSISTIC _ Snapchat at TIAA _ BIAAA, that's 4 A's, and Twitter at OSONarcissistic without the _. Thank you guys for watching my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.